Hi students, welcome to the very class. My name is Preksha Sharma, your English educator at Unacademy, and I give you all a very warm welcome to this very particular session, guys, wherein we are going to discuss the sample paper today, the sample paper basically, which was being released by CBSE. So make sure that you are staying tuned with me and you're not going anywhere, and just listen to me very carefully because the session is important. I'll be telling you like how you need to be prepared from your examination point of view, okay? So since I had told you all that we are done with our syllabus. I mean, word to word explanation is now being done. So we are going to come with these sessions wherein you'll be getting a guidance, as in like how you need to move ahead now and how you need to be practicing and how exactly you need to strategize your studies correctly. All right, people. So this is very, very important for everybody right there to listen to me very carefully and make sure that you all are understanding whatever I am going to tell you all for your good. All right, is that clear to everyone? So everybody, I just hope that you all have shared the link of this session with all your friends because this is very important. Hi, Ziddy boy. Hello, welcome to the worry session. Okay, everybody. Hey, Mansi, I'm very well, dear. Thank you so much. I hope that you're good too. So everybody, stay tuned. We are going to discuss with the we are going to discuss the sample paper, and please make sure that you are sharing the link of the session with all your friends. Okay, just let them know about this as well. Hey, hi everybody. Hello guys. Hi everyone. Welcome to the session. I hope that everyone is doing really great. Hey Mareep, hi dear. Welcome to the worry session. So this is what we are gonna do today. Okay, if you guys have any doubt related to the sample paper, I'm sure that you guys had watched it on your own as well. You guys had gone through it on your own as well. So now today I'll be telling you all that how you need to just be prepared for your examination. Okay, is that making sense to everybody? So now my name is Preksha Sharma. I'm sure you guys know it. I've done masters in English from Delhi University and I've been guiding a lot of students for the past few years to be super duper amazing in their communication skills and to score good marks in their academics. So I'm sure I'm gonna help you all as well. Okay. And guys, we have got the Telegram channel. This is basically the Telegram channel of Unacademy. Herein all the educators, they keep on sharing the updates related to their upcoming sessions. So kindly join this for your good so that you will get a chance to be like literally amazing in this. And then we have got an Academy free special class features as well, live real-time interaction using chat and emojis. You all can ask the questions using the question tab. Live poll options for quiz would be there. Poll leaderboard. You all can compete with your friends as well. Okay, we have got a timetable for all of you. Okay, you all can, I mean, the special classes that today at 8 p.m. I'm going to deal with all the important questions from the syllabus, so kindly don't miss it. Okay, use the code PSH10 and be right there in the class. This is for your good, for your benefit, basically. So be right there. And on 11th, and on 15th of Feb, that is tomorrow, I'm gonna deal with the questions from the reported speech. So be right there, guys. Don't miss this out. Alrighty, is that clear to everybody? Yes, hi, Alone Boy. Hello, welcome to the worry class. Everybody, I hope that you are here for studying and do not just waste your time just like that and in having conversation with each other. That's completely useless. All right, is that clear to everyone? Okay, so whosoever is not really paying attention to what I'm telling you all here, you all will be blocked. Okay, so be careful in commenting whatever you are commenting because herein we are for studying. Okay, now term 2 CBSE sample paper, everybody. Alrighty, Himanshu, hi dear. So guys, who all found the paper easy? Who all found the paper a bit difficult? Who all found the paper to be moderate? Come on. Who all did understand this? Like the very things that we saw, we had this discursive passage, we had the very your factual passage, then the analytical paragraph was being given in quite a different manner this time. So how many of you did find the paper quite easy? Hey Manshu, hi, hello everybody. Answer in the comment section. According to Jatin, it was difficult. What about others? Everybody, come on, come on, come on. I really want to know this from everyone right there. I really want to know this. Yes, guys. What is it? Hey Jatan, hi. Okay, it was easier content to Shanvi. Alrighty, people, so let's make a move ahead, okay? I'll be telling you everything like how you need to be prepared for your examination because now on we are going to get into the practice. Okay, so see. Sample question paper. Okay, this was for your term 2. And the time that's been given is 2 hours. So kindly pay attention to everything. Whenever a question paper is given to you, you have to look at every point and the maximum marks is 40. So you know the exam is going to be for 40 marks. All right, and it's gonna be for 2 hours. Okay, the question paper contains three sections. There are three sections. One is reading, Writing and grammar is together, and then literature, the very end part. And you have to attempt all the questions based on specific instructions for each part. So you have to be very careful in reading it, that there are going to be certain instructions. Okay, Shivam, according to you, it's her. Okay, Mansi, no, it's gonna be like around 1 hour, like that. Okay. Your name, Whitey, that's so thankful. I mean, that's so sweet of you to comment this, and I'm so thankful to you. So guys, your section A is your reading section, which is actually for 10 marks. All right. So first passage is given to us wherein it is completely a discursive passage. What do you mean by the discursive passage? A discursive passage is a passage which discusses the things in detail, and a factual one is the passage wherein the facts are being given. All right, is that making sense to you? So technology is making advancements at a rapid rate because at the cost of a value tradition, the crafts industry. So guys, what exactly is this passage talking about? Somehow, what did I tell you all? Like whenever a passage is being given to you, what is actually the way to deal with it? First, what are we gonna do is I read the very first line wherein it talks about the technology. Okay, it's somewhere talking about the fact that the technology, the world of technology, it is making advancements. It's growing at a rapid rate, right? That means that it's growing at a fast pace. All right, but at the cost of the value tradition. What do you mean by that? There are certain things that are being at loss because of the growing technology, such as the craft industry. Okay, that means things that are being done with your hands. All right, so I got an idea. Now, what will I do? I'll move ahead, I'll look for the questions. This is the strategy that I'm gonna follow. Everybody, this is how we go ahead for the examination. Now I'm gonna look at the questions, and the question says, based on your understanding of the passage, answer any 5 questions from the 6 given below. So, internal choice is definitely going to be there. All right, that is what our sample paper suggests. Internal choice is going to be there. 6 questions are there, attempt 5. And when it says attempt 5, that means only 5. If you're attempting 6, you are at a loss. All right, and what do I see? That 5 questions would be there. I have to attempt 5, and 1 mark each is given to every question. So what is it that comes to your mind immediately? It's a subjective paper. So you have to write your answer in one line statement. I'm telling you everything that's needed to understand the question paper correctly. Okay, hey Pinky, hi dear. All right, hi Corby, I'm very well dear. Thank you so much. So one line statement. Now I'm gonna just read the question so that I get an idea, I get an overview what exactly the reading comprehension is telling me. So what does the writer mean by calling handcrafts a valued tradition? So we saw that somehow in the very first line you get an idea immediately that somewhere you are going to find the answer. Okay, and accordingly you have to frame your answer. All right, that's so straightforward. Okay, now the next question says rewrite the following sentence by replacing the underlined phrase with a word that means the same from lines 5 to 15. So if it continues, the vacation, okay, that means work plus vacation. All right, trend will be a powerful boost to domestic tourism operating, failing to make a progress in the economic slump caused due to pandemic. So this is somehow related to what has been going on so far. And herein, what do you have to do? You have to just replace this failing to make progress, the entire phrase. What do you mean by phrase? A group of words, all right, without the subject and the verb relationship. So herein, you will have to look for a word which is exactly, I'm gonna tell Jatin, I'm gonna tell the answer. Don't be worried about that, okay? First, I'm telling you the technique to handle it. I just want you all to understand how to go ahead with it because reading comprehension is not that easy as it appears to be. So herein, what are you supposed to do? Like the phrase has to be removed. So in a way, it's a one word substitution kind of thing. Okay, do you get that? So this type of question can definitely be there in your examination, and this should directly strike in your mind that you have to just practice these things. When I tell you all that instead of going ahead with the explicit form of any word's meaning, understand the word correctly. That's why I tell you to read. Okay, is that clear? So, next question. State any 2 reasons why artisans are choosing to work via machines rather than handicrafted tools. All right, so we have to look for the reasons. I got an answer. I got an idea here कि मुझे यहाँ पे इसका भी answer ढूंढना है. Okay, you are getting an idea. You come to know what exactly the given passage is talking about. That's how you're building your very analysis and the understanding in your mind. Okay. And then why do the artisans need to be lured with incentives? That what does that mean? Luring with incentive mean you need to attract them with some extra monetary benefits. Okay, that is what luring is like when you're tempting someone. Okay, when you are attracting someone, that's what lure is. To impart handicraft training. So that means the impart is to give. So herein I have to look for one of the reasons. Again, I got an understanding that this is the question. List one likely impact of the support of government and private sector towards the culture of making handicrafts. So I have to talk about one of the initiatives or the support system that's being provided maybe by the government or any private institution. What am I doing? I'm quickly analyzing the questions. Okay, so as to build my understanding. I cannot blindly go ahead with reading the entire passage and then look coming to the questions and then looking for the answer. No, okay? Because this will help you to locate the correct answer while you are reading the passage. Then how does the writer justify an artist's act of abandoning his traditional craft for a more lucrative option? So now I also know that herein also I have to look for an answer. Now you all know 1 mark each for each question. You have to write your answer in one-liner statement. You have to look for these answers. Now we are going back to our very passage. First says that technology is making advancement at a rapid rate, but at the cost of the value tradition. What does that mean? The dash here gives an understanding that what value tradition are we talking about? We are talking about the craft industry. Okay, the traditional craft industry is losing a lot of its trained and skilled craftsmen. तो दैट मीन्स जितना भी ट्रेडिशनल क्राफ्ट का इंडस्ट्री है उसमें क्या हो रहा है बहुत सारे लोग जो हैं वो छोड़ छोड़ के जा रहे हैं just because of the technology advancement that's happening. And with that, the art of embellishing brass and copper utensils with fine engravings. That means in order to decorate it, as in like when you are crafting and carving on the brass and copper utensils, that is where it known as the embellishment. Okay, with fine engravings. Engravings basically refer to the designs, okay, the decorations that we are doing is also disappearing. People are not getting into the minute manual task, okay, and the government has identified around 35 crafts as languishing craft, and the government has named the 35 crafts as the languishing craft. What do you mean by languishing? Can anyone just let me know in the comment section? Because if you must have read it, you must have looked for the meaning in the dictionary. So did you do that or not? Give me the meaning in the comment section immediately, everybody. Like the government has also identified. That means the government has also named 35 crafts as languishing. So languishing, what is it? What do you mean by that? Anybody? Can you just take it like regional craft? Okay, Jatin. What according to others? What do you mean by that? Regional craft. Are you sure about that, Jatin? Languish. What is it? Languishing is something that talks about the fact that you are not able to be successful. You are not making a success. Failing to be at success. That is what languishing is. Now, here in 35 crafts, and languishing craft basically means that they are weakening. They are not succeeding. Okay, they are just getting deteriorated. They are just getting destroyed. Very good, Marie, which is failing to make progress. That is what languishing is. So, you need to work on the words, people. Next, it says the speciality of handicraft items is its design. What do you mean by handicraft, guys? Handicraft means a craft, a design, okay, or a particular shape that has been made with your hand, that has been manually done. So herein it says that what is the speciality of handicrafted thing? It's a design that's been done with your hand manually. Okay, an association with long traditions belonging to a specific region. Like handicraft, it comes from the specific regions. There are various places in India or outside India wherein people they are sitting, okay, and they are manually with their hands they are crafting the design. So the word handcrafted does not imply the involvement of dexterous human fingers or an agile mind with a moving spirit anymore. So what do you mean by dexterous? The words they are very important. Languishing, to be feeble, yeah, that means that to become weak, okay? So something which is not succeeding. All right. So what do you mean by dexterous? Did you look for the meaning? It's important. These words, they are not very difficult words. These words are so common words. If you guys have been reading the newspapers now, you will understand all these words so easily. Okay, so dexterous is like what? Anybody in the comment section, be quick. Yes. Who is giving me the right answer? Yes. Anyone? Nobody? Alrighty, people. So let me tell you all the meaning. See, dexterous is like when you're skilled in doing something with your hand. Okay, and then it says agile mind. Agile is something which is very quick. Okay, that it doesn't talk about anything. I mean, herein he is saying that nowadays, like now showing skill, yeah. So now he's actually mentioning, I mean, the very writer here is saying that now your handcraft is not only about the dexterous as in, like, it's not about the skilled human fingers, or it is not about the active mind anymore. Okay, why? Because people, they are not really concentrating towards it. Lessening drudgery, increasing production, and promoting efficiency have taken precedence. What do you mean by that? Herein it is talking about the fact that there are certain things which have taken precedence. That means that they are overtaking the very world of handicraft. So it talks about the fact drudgery. What do you mean by drudgery, everybody? It is talking about the fact that the very less, okay, the less menial work, that means the very dull work, and the increasing production, the very demand due to the increase in the population as well, and the promote, like there's a need for more efficiency as well. It all has taken the precedence. That means that it is now overruling. All right, it is now overruling. So the labor saving devices are taking the place of handcrafted tools, and this jeopardize the skills of these artisans. So what does that mean? That the labor saving devices, what do you mean by that? The labor saving devices herein directly talks about the technology. That the very technology, okay, like we look for the machine. If we are not washing the clothes with our hands now, we have got the washing machines at our places, right? So all these things, they are taking the place. That means they are replacing all the handcrafted tools, which this has completely jeopardizes, affected badly the skills of these artisans, the people who are into handcraft work. All right, that is the artist here we are talking about. Is that clear to everybody? Hard and boring work, yes, dull work. Hey Pinky, is that clear? So what do we see? It basically says etching, designing, etc. All these things, they are being affected now. All right, like we missed something here, but that's okay. So we see ideally the use of machinery should be negligible, and the handicraft should be made purely by hand with a distinguishable artistic appeal. However, with the exception of small scale industries, the export units are mostly operated by machines. The heavily computerized designs contribute to a faster production at lower cost. So what is it happening? That ideally, as in like तरीके से क्या होना चाहिए कि ये सारी जो मशीन का काम है ये negligible होना चाहिए. That means it should be completely equal to no. ओके और जो हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स है वो प्योरली बाय हाथों से ही बनाना चाहिए, जिससे कि उसकी एक अलग पहचान हो. इट सेज नो डिस्टिंग्विशेबल आर्टिस्टिक अपील. So what is it, guys? It basically I'm gonna tell you, Corby, don't be worried. तो व्हाट इज इट बेसिकली शोइंग कि जितना भी ये आर्टिस्टिक अपील होना चाहिए सुंदरता के लिए, हैंड से ही बनाना चाहिए, मशीन से नहीं. However, with the exception of small scale industries, the export units are mostly operated by machine. लेकिन इन्होंने क्या बोला है कि जो एक्सेप्शन है स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज का, जो एक्सपोर्ट यूनिट है वो ज़्यादातर मशीन ही ऑपरेट करती है, एंड द हेवी कंप्यूटराइज्ड डिजाइंस कंट्रीब्यूट टू अ फास्टर प्रोडक्शन एट अ लोअर कॉस्ट. तो इट सेज जितना भी ये जो हेवीली कंप्यूटराइज्ड डिजाइंस है ये कंट्रीब्यूट करता है फास्टर प्रोडक्शन पे कम कम कीमतों पर. ओके. So, although mechanization of the crafts poses a challenge to safeguarding traditional crafts, the artisans are lured with incentives in order to impart handicrafts training. Some makers do see machines as a time-saving blessing since they are now able to accomplish difficult and demanding tasks with relative ease. These machines might give a better finesse to these products, but they don't stand out as handicrafted. Quantity has overtaken quality in this industry. So everybody, what exactly is happening, everyone? So herein it is saying that mechanization of crafts have taken place. That means the machines are being used in order to create something. Okay, to safeguard traditional craft. That means that it is actually posing a challenge. So now what exactly is happening? Since machines are being used to create something, it's creating a challenge for the traditional craft. The things that were being done manually, the things that were being done with your hands, and the artisans are lured with incentives. So why are they being lured? We had this question, right? You all remember this. They are being lured with incentives in order to impart handicrafts training. So why is it that some makers do see machines as a time-saving blessing? So what do they see? That we are using a machine, it's saving our time. Okay, and we can produce more. So in order to increase the production, what are they doing? They are using now machines. So they are now able to accomplish difficult and demanding tasks with relative ease. So, if you're being asked to produce like 1,000 products of something, I mean 1,000 product of anything, right? So now therein you have like got more production easily done just because you have got the machines with you. So these machines might, it says that they are maybe giving a better fineness. That means that they are basically producing a very good quality of thing. Okay, but they don't stand out as handcrafted. क्वांटिटी has overtaken quality in this industry, but वो बिल्कुल अलग चीज नहीं है क्योंकि क्वांटिटी ने ओवरलुक कर लिया है क्वालिटी को. Are you all understanding this, everybody? Are you all understanding this, guys? Is this making sense to everyone? Everybody? Yes? Is that clear to everyone? Okay, yeah, Janvi. Janvi, we didn't see this though in the examination, but I hope that that's gonna be there, okay, in the sample paper. Now, a need to highlight the importance of the handmade aspect is required by both the government and the private sector. So now they are like that we need to, like government as well as the private sector is saying we need to really give importance to all the handmade products, okay, in order to amplify awareness and also support the culture of making handicrafts. So they are a need to highlight the importance of the handicraft aspect is required, okay, by both the government and the private sector. So now they need to highlight the importance, okay, in order to amplify as in order to show the awareness, okay, in order to support the people. So a few artisans are still trying their best to rejuvenate. That means like to just make sure that they are giving it the importance to it so that it is again revived completely and their culture and heritage, but it's an uphill task competing with the machine made goods. Okay, so a multitude of artisans have changed their professions and are encouraging their progeny to follow suit. So they are saying that the people who were into their business now, they are now moving ahead and they are just asking the people around or the people who were working with them to just follow their suit. That is whatever they did, they should also be doing the same. So there are others who have stayed their ground but are clearly inclined towards buying machines. So now there are people, okay, who have stayed their ground. That means they are where they are, okay, but they are clearly inclined towards buying the machines. They want to buy the machine. Okay, Saiti, Harshita, thank you, everybody. Good. So nearly two decades ago, all right, there were around 65 lakh artisans in the country. Okay, 65 lakh. But 3 years ago, when the government started the process of granting a unique number to the artisans based on the Aadhaar card, 25 lakhs were identified. So now that means the government, okay, they gave a proper number to them and on the basis on the basis of their Aadhaar card. So they were being given just 25 lakhs. The loss of traditional crafts is clearly a worrying issue, but it stands a reason that forcing any artisan to follow old ways when concerns of livelihood overrule other consideration is unfair. Alrighty, now we have got the questions with us. Now, let's see that what exactly does it really talk about. So see guys, like I have shared the marking scheme with all of you, okay, like for the answers which is being provided by CBSE again. So make sure you guys are listening to it carefully. You have to, what exactly CBSE has told us, you have to just pay attention on that. CBSE says that the reading section focuses on testing a candidate's ability to comprehend. That means you should be able to understand what is written in the language that was being given therein. It wasn't really so difficult, though there were certain words, and those words, they are not really too difficult. If you guys have been in the habit of listening to the news reports or you're in the habit of reading the newspapers, then that would have been very easy for you also. So marks should be awarded only if the answer reveals the formation of a response to the question. So no marks to be awarded if a chunk, that means only a piece or exact line, are transcribed from the passage, okay, without evidence of structure or semblance of coherent thought, is an attempt to pass off as a response. So what is CBSE saying? CBSE is saying if you're directly copying the line from your from the passage into your answer, the subjective part, you're not gonna get the mark. Okay, you have to completely give justification to your answer. Now, for example, just look at it here. Alrighty, so this section is going to evaluate what? It's gonna evaluate your reading, your comprehension skills, and your ability to analyze, infer the information, and evaluate the given information. So what does the writer mean by calling handicrafts a value tradition? Just one mark answer. What are the things that you should be paying attention to? Okay, the valued is showcase talents that are associated with artisans' lifestyle and history. and tradition is representing richer artistic culture, heritage, and tradition. So now, what are you supposed to write in here? The learner is required to respond to why are handicrafts valued? Okay, why are they being valued? Why are they considered a part of our tradition? All right, so award maximum 1 mark for the complete correct answer, and award a partial credit of half mark if just value tradition is addressed. So if you know, what did the question say? What does the writer mean by calling handicrafts a value tradition? What do you mean by that? So what is the question really demanding? It is demanding that why are handicrafts being valued? Why are they being considered as an important part of a tradition? Are you all understanding this? So if you would have just given the answer like why are they being what does the writer mean by the term value tradition, then you would have just got half mark. So you need to understand the depth of the question. So the correct answer is that they are being considered as the handicrafts, they are being valued because they show the talent that is associated with the artisan's lifestyle and history. Okay, and they are representing our artistic culture, heritage, and tradition. That's the answer in just one line, and you're good to go for your examination. Okay, that's how you should be answering. I hope that's clear. So why, like, wow, what does the writer mean by calling handicrafts a value tradition? What did the writer mean? So the writer basically meant that these handicrafts, these people, the handicrafts, they are being valued because they are showing us the talents that are associated with the artisan's lifestyle and history. And it is talking about a tradition which is so rich and representing our artistic culture, heritage, or tradition. Is that clear, everybody? Are you all understanding this? Like, you need to get into the depth of the question. Okay, like as it clearly says, it's talking about the comprehension skill. It is just not talking about anything in random way. Okay. Next, it is also talking about the fact, the second question, it is talking about the replacement of this. Now, guys, what does that mean? Failing to make progress. What does that mean? We dealt with this word languishing. So what did I tell you? When you're reading a particular passage, no, you need to be so perfect at the words, at the knowledge of the words, okay? You need to understand the words. Yeah, very good, Marie. You're right about that, okay? And they so clearly specify it to be 5 to 15. So see, now here in the correct word is languishing. So you replaced it so well. So 1 mark for the correct answer, CBSE would give you directly, and no partial credit would be given for this. If you are writing any other word, that is going to be simple 0. Okay, and no marks would be deducted if the learner fails to rewrite the complete sentence. Okay, so if you're not rewriting the complete sentence, okay, then in that case, no marks would be deducted. All right, don't be worried about that. All right, so just list the choosing meaning. The purpose of the given sentence is to share a context. That's it. So in case, since it's a subjective thing, you can just write languishing. That is also okay. But guys, I would really like to urge you all. I know that CBSE has mentioned that they are not going to deduct your marks. I'll tell you to just go ahead with the full sentence. Okay, why to take any risk? Because we don't know that who exactly is going to check your examination. Okay, so we shouldn't be taking any risk regarding it. All right, people. I hope that you all are getting that. Now, the next thing is that we have got is that it also talks about the other fact, like the learner is required to state 2 clear points that indicate the advantage of using machines over working with hands and tools. Right? It says state any 2 reasons why artisans are choosing to work via machines rather than they are doing it on your rather than the handicrafted tools. So what are the things that it saves labor? Okay, it reduces drudgery, it increases production, and there is the fineness in the in the final production, and efficiency also increases. So you are supposed to just list the 2 clear points. All right. So what is it that you are supposed to write the 2 clear points? Herein, these are the points that are being given, but you have to write in the proper sentence. Do not just write it just like this, because the question is asking you to state 2 reasons, and the reasons, they must be written in a complete correct manner. Okay. All right, so 1 mark would be given for 2 points, that is half each. Half mark as partial credit for 1 point. So if you're gonna just give 1 point, you're gonna get 1 mark. But do not write just this way, saves labor. That's gonna be wrong. Now, why do the artisans need to be lured with incentives to impart handicrafts training? It's a 1 mark thing. Okay, first let's look at the guidance part. It says the learner is required to rationalize. Rationalize, what does that mean? You need to give me a reason, a proper reason why the bulk producers have to tempt, okay, attract or entice. So three synonyms for the word lure. One is attract, one is entice, one is tempt. So why the bulk producers? Bulk producers as in that who are producing the particular product in a larger quantity. Why do they have to do this? Why do they have to attract the artisans to share their craft secrets training with them? Okay, so the answer is because if artisans impart training to mass bulk producers, they run the risk of losing their traditional livelihood to them and hence need to be tempted via benefits on rewards to do so. So what is it? Once you are training them, there is a full-on chance that they are gonna leave you and they are gonna work in another industry or in any other organization. Okay, so that they can have more monetary benefits. So what are the incentives given for? So if you are saying that we are going to, for example, if you're earning 50,000 a month and we are saying that if you're going to work with us and we are going to give you extra 10,000 as an incentive. So instead of going to any other organization, the very employee would stay in the same organization, right? Because you're getting the extra monetary benefits. So this is the reason that you guys would have understood by reading the entire passage. That is what we understood on our own. And that's what you're going to write in your examination. Okay, is that clear? Rationalize is justify. So you're going to get 1 mark for this for rationalization. That is the reason is needed. Half mark for partial explanation, just elaborating on either the reason or the effect. Okay, so you're just going to get half mark if you're just elaborating the purpose, sorry, the reason. Okay, next question. List one likely impact of support of government and private sector towards the culture of making handicrafts. So 1 mark it is for. Alrighty. So what does it basically here talk about? It talks about the fact that herein the learner is required to list an advantage that is the outcome of the support of government and the private sector towards handicraft making. Okay, so what is that? Creation of awareness and public transport for the artisans and their work. More artisans would be incentivized to continue their tradition. Artisans wouldn't change their profession seeking better livelihood. So now what is the question saying, people? List one likely impact of the support of government. Something that will actually can happen towards a culture of making handicrafts. And that can happen is this. Okay, and this is also something that you have to think of your own when you're writing it in your exam. Okay, Corby, right. I got that. I got that. Just one thumb up would do. Okay. Yeah, artist. Vidushi, you're right about that. Hey, Deepa. Hi. So again, 1 mark would be given. So guys, basically what you all have to understand is that 1 mark would definitely be given if you're giving a proper rationalized point or a proper rationalized statement that's needed for any question. But if you're not giving the actual answer, you're gonna get just half mark. The partial mark would be given to all of you. The partial credit would be given to all of you. Okay, is that clear? Okay. Now next, how does the writer justify an artist's act of abandoning his traditional craft for a more lucrative? Lucrative again is something wherein we are talking about what? See, it say the learner is required to state how the writer agrees that an artisan is justified in moving to options that pay better than traditional handicraft making in order to support his livelihood. So something which is better than what they are getting. Lucrative here refers to something which is better option, an attractive option. So what exactly, like how are we going to justify that they are not abandoning them? Why are the argument that the artisans cannot be expected to continue their profession if it is not profitable, even though the loss of traditional crafts is perturbing? Perturbing is like very sad and disturbing. Okay, is that clear? So guys, all these things they are very easy. You just have to understand the given passage and you're good to go. Okay. All right. Now we are moving to the next thing, okay, which is basically talking about a very factual passage. It is talking about something like there is a case study. Okay, case studies again, what your like case-based passage. It is talking about impact of festivities on ecology, like how the ecology is being affected because of your festivals. So festivals, they are synonyms with celebration, ceremony, and joy. So I came to know what exactly it is here talking about festivals and everything. So the same funda we are going to use, and we are going to go to the questions and look at the questions. Again, what does it say? On the basis of your understanding of the passage, answer any 5 questions from the 6 given below. So what does it talk about? Why do the researcher call pollution the flip side of festivals? Or comment on the significance of the second objective of the study with reference to lines 7 to 12. You're getting an idea, like how it's actually moving ahead. Justify the researcher's recommendation for limiting the drastic impact of festival pollution on the environment with reference to line 6 to 16 to 21. So this time we see that the references are being given, like instead of saying no in the very passage, like one or two or three or four like that, we are being told the lines, okay, wherein we have to look for the answers. So it is quite easy. It's not gonna make it really difficult. And why do the researchers feel that environmental groups and eco clubs are fighting a losing battle in the given scenario? Even though a larger number of people say no to bursting crackers than those who say yes, festival pollution persists. How does evidence from table 1 support this statement? What purpose does the can say column serve in the questionnaire table 1? Okay, so like you have to be very much clear about certain things. Like it says festivals are synonyms with celebration, ceremony, and joy. However, festival brings to fore the flip side of celebrations. Fore is like that it brings in front the very different side, okay, the very opposite side of celebration. And what is that? That is pollution. We face the pollution because of the festivals. We see there is that air pollution, there is water pollution, there is soil pollution, and there is noise pollution. That's the flip side that we refer to. Then this led to the need of assessing. Assessing is judging and evaluating, analyzing the awareness level among people about ecological pollution during festivals. So a study was conducted by scholars of an esteemed university in India. The study was titled Awareness Towards Impact of Festivals on Ecology. Okay, so this is the study that actually happened, that what exactly does it result in? How is it actually affected? Alrighty, is that clear? So we see that there were two main objectives of the study. So what are the two main objectives? It is, the first one is to assess the awareness level among people. Like how aware the people are that their ecological protection, like what exactly is happening to the environment around them during festivities, like if they are even aware or not, and exploring the solutions to bring awareness about celebrating festivals. That means that we are exploring, we are looking for the things. Okay, we are looking for the awareness options or the solutions that can actually be needed, okay, without harming ecology was the second objective. This was the second thing. So the method used to collect data was a simple questionnaire containing 6 questions shared with 50 respondents across 4 selected districts. And what is that? The research began by understanding the socio-economic conditions of the respondents before sharing the questionnaire. Now, once the responses were received, the data is here. So this is the table 1. Do you feel that bursting crackers is a must during festivities? 46% said, 54% said no, and 0% said can't say. So do you think most people abuse environmental resources during celebration of festivities? So guys, this is the data table that is given to you. And honestly saying, the data table that's been given here in term 2 is literally very easy. Do you find that difficult, people? In the comment section, everybody. Yes, guys, do you find it difficult? It's not that difficult, right? Okay, so let's move ahead. Let's have a like this is the source that's given to you. You guys can like look for it also. So let's look at the very answers that we have got. All right, and yeah, then we have got section B wherein we are dealing with the writing and grammar, and you are being given any one from 1 and 2. So you are being given a chart from the monthly publication. I'm gonna deal with the answers too and here, but yeah, so we are moving ahead with the answers. Why do the researchers call pollution the flip side of festival? You know what are you gonna do here? You have to explain how pollution is the darker side of festivals and unfortunately goes hand in hand often with festivities. So you have the answer, because the accepted norm is that festivals are synonymous with celebration, joy, and people fail to see the other side. So what do you mean by synonymous? That means they go hand in hand. Okay. And why is it known as the flip side? Because that is actual the other side, okay, which we cannot really ignore and we cannot really do anything about it right at that moment. So because the accepted norm is that festivals are synonymous with celebration, joy, and people fail to see the other side, which is pollution. Or you can say festival and pollution are the two sides of the same coin, currently polar opposites, completely in contrast, yet together with each other, where you associate festivals with joy and celebration. We can't deny that pollution is an ignored reality. That's your answer. All right. Is that clear? So what are you gonna do here? We be given 1 mark for the complete correct answer, no partial credit, except any one other similar complete interpretation. Okay, so you can just go ahead with the any answer. You just have to write the very explanation correctly. Okay, then we are talking about the significance of the second objective of the study with reference to line 7 to 12. So herein the significance is important for knowing steps that need to be taken to address the problem investigated in the research. Knowing what are the immediate actions that need to be implemented to address the issue studied. Help focus on what needs to be corrected and what needs to be avoided. Guys, the answers in your factual this time they're so straightforward. Okay, you just have to understand the question and you're good to go. All you need to do is just read the question first and the answer would right be there with all of you. Alrighty, clear to everyone? Now let's move ahead to the next question. Justify the researcher's recommendation for limiting the drastic impact of festival solution. Pollution. So it is researchers' recommendation is strict rules. Justification: strict rules are better than a total ban because banning doesn't serve the purpose of awareness of people, right? And they do not generally conform to banning and tend to revolt, right? This is what people do. Strict rules pose some restriction but still give the needed freedom. Next question. Why do researchers feel the environmental groups and eco clubs are fighting a losing battle? Because the festivals cause pollution along with other issues. Okay, and awareness is the only solution that the lack of it adds to the problem. Alrighty, people. Is that making sense? Corb, if you want, I can give it to you. All right, is that clear, people? The answers they are quite easy. Understand them in one go. All right, it's not that difficult. Once you get complete understanding of it, you are good to go about for it. Alrighty. Now, the next question. Why do the researchers feel that environmental groups and eco clubs are fighting a losing battle? Okay, we already did that. And even though a fair percentage of people say no to bursting crackers, festival pollution persists. That means it still goes on. So, a larger percentage of people, 72%, abuse environmental resources to celebrate festivals, and a high percentage of people use crackers to celebrate festivals in order to live up to the expectation of their social status. So guys, herein the learner is required to study the table 1, choose the data that indicates what percentage of people partake in activities that add to pollution, and then check to see if the number is higher than the number about no to bursting crackers. Finally, rationalize the data to prove the question statement by using the evidence data. That's it. Okay, is that clear? And the last thing that it mentions is what purpose they say that can't say columns serve in the questionnaire. To give a provision to allow the respondent to choose not to express, not to answer, or allow an option, those who lack clarity are willing to respond. So see, such a question can also be asked that why is there a can't say option given in the questionnaire? You have to be smart enough. All right, is that clear to everybody? Yes? Okay, so now the section B, we are done with the section A. I hope you all got that. Writing and grammar, this is for 10 marks again. Okay, we already did 10 marks for reading, 5 marks each for both the passages. Now, here in 10 marks again, writing and grammar, you are being asked to do just one question. You have to study the concept chart from the self-help magazine section of a monthly publication. This is the chart. So herein basically this is dealing with your dealing with your analytical paragraph. Situation: setback, experience feeling upset, healthy processing and inability to process fully. Desire to feel, desire to feel it, learn from it, let it go. Okay, just look at the points that are being given. Then feel, reflect, learn, align. Observe the pattern. Rework beliefs on adequacy and process childhood memories. Assess magnitude of setback. Assess difficulty of work and likelihood of future success by doing the work. Build grit to do the work. Access healing states to experience and transform anxiety. Now, unconscious implicit memories, habitual process blocks, scary early life experiences of being reprimanded for not meeting expectations. That's it. Alrighty, then block feeling, block learning, overwhelm, self-criticism, self-doubt. Can come to terms with I can fail sometimes, everything can be controlled, and learning takes time and effort. Unexpected unacceptance of situation, adequacy, incompetency, danger and threat triggers apathy, anger, anxiety, depression. So what is it? What did it talk about? It is talking about the self-help situation. All you need to do, guys, for your analytical paragraph, of course I'm gonna come up with a session wherein I'm gonna explain you all everything. It is here talking about certain things which is related to your self-help. Okay, and now you guys are what supposed to do. You are just a moment. in it, guys. So what are you supposed to do? You are just supposed to look at it, all right, and you have to write an analytical paragraph in around like 120 words. Okay, this is what you're supposed to do. Okay, then we have got the next question wherein you are so and so from class 10 Vadodara, Gujarat. You come across the following information on a local library notice period. Okay, this is the notice that create your own board game competition. You wish to participate but require more information. Write a letter to Teen Toggle Games Private Limited in about 120 words. So it's a formal letter. Okay, inquiring about rules, scholarship details, and deadlines. Also inquire about specification for solo group entries. So it's gonna be for 5 marks. So what do we see? That herein you will have to appear for it either one or two. That's what you have to do. Like either this or this, the analytical paragraph or the very letter. So we are not being given any particular choice between analytical paragraph and analytical paragraph. Alrighty, and you have to and the formal letter and the formal letter. So you see there's a choice between the analytical paragraph and the formal letter. So accordingly, you have to go ahead with it. Okay, is that clear to everybody? Yes. So now we are here to the next one. I'm gonna tell you how to deal with all that. And this is here your error. You will have to look for the errors. There are certain things that are wrong in it. For this, you will have to be very sure about the grammar. Then only you can do it. And then there is a conversation between a teacher and the student and complete the passage that follows. So this is somehow dealing with your reported speech. Okay, so you have to be smart enough in order to fill in it. Alrighty. Okay, I hope that's clear to everybody. All right. So now, guys, for your very analytical paragraph, what are you supposed to do? You have to convey the ideas convincingly using appropriate language. Organize the content and structure the ideas logically, sequentially, and cohesively. That means they should be in an order. And you should use a range of vocabulary and sentence structure appropriate to the content and context. And use of functional language to show comparison, contrast, emphasis, conclusion, etc. is needed. So guys, see what exactly is being given, that herein 3 marks would be given for content. Please understand the marking scheme. 3 marks would be given for your content. For example, setbacks often leave one with a feeling of disappointment and sometimes even worse. The concept chart given below displays 2 ways to handle setbacks, for the betterment or the worse, or the 2 ways of processing setbacks, healthy and unhealthy. Any 2 points of contrast comparison with evidence, 2 marks. So this is how you have to divide it. Okay, you have to give it a proper start. I'll come up with the session wherein I'll be taking up the analytical paragraph so perfectly. Make sure that you're gonna attend it. All right. Okay, Divyansh, then why don't you go and study your social science? Okay, so here we go. All right, or you can start like this. Then there should be a concluding sentence as well. Okay, which should which will contain your 5 mark. Sorry, half mark. Okay, so make sure guys that you are meeting the need of it. You just need to list the concept matter without evidence of analysis. Then if you're just listing down all the things that are given in that particular list, okay, and you're just writing it with a summary, you're never gonna get the marks. You have to just give a proper formation to your given paragraph. You have to analyze it. Okay, for your organization and expression, you're gonna get half mark. All right, and this is very important, that inclusion of a single paragraph organization with a suitable topic sentence, supporting sentences, and a suitable concluding sentence. So there should be a single paragraph wherein you are writing wherein you are introducing the topic. Okay, and then you are just using the correct sentences, correct supporting sentences are there. All right, the correct supporting sentences are there, and there is a proper concluding sentence. Okay, when there is a proper concluding sentence, you are good to go. Is that clear to everybody? Yes. So no requirement of a title because the purpose is analysis and not publication. So no penalty if title is not written. But in your examination, just keep an eye on it. If it demands a title, make sure you're giving it. So 1 mark for the proper use of language. So in total, that is how you're being given the 5 marks. Okay, is that clear to everybody? So just make sure that you're making use of all these things. Now the letter of inquiry that was being given to you, therein you're gonna get 2 marks for content, 2 marks for expressing it, and 1 mark for accuracy. So in total, 5 marks for this. So reference to the source of information is very important, that I refer to this notice and I got to know this. I'll be telling you the answer properly. You have to convey your interest. Why are you writing the very letter? Then you have to seek information about the rules. All right, like what are the rules that is going to be there for this competition? And then you have to inquire about the scholarship details as is being mentioned in the given letter. Then you have to ask about the defined articles, then confirm the type of entries that are being allowed. Okay, so you have to go ahead with anything that is so relevant. Alrighty, just make sure that you are including all the things that is important. Okay, and guys, now moving ahead, we are gonna go towards your next point. Yeah, everybody just make sure that you're understanding this thing, that you have to be very effective style should be used. I mean, you should be able to convey the actual message so correctly and perfectly. Okay, and there should be careful structured content that is needed, and the clarity of expression should be completely fine, and the range of vocabulary should be relevant. Okay, inconsistent style shouldn't be there. Sequencing of ideas should be correct and clear. All right, and your expression should not be unclear. It should be very, very clear. Okay, and the spellings as well. Now, coming to your editing part, guys, there are a lot of things that were wrong. Have you ever learned from a mistake you have made? You know, with have you used third form of the verb. So, obviously, learned is wrong here. Okay, so now many shouldn't admit doing so for those who do. So now what exactly is going to be the right thing that we are writing? Shouldn't is wrong. Okay, why? Because you like admitting something is not about should. It is about won't and don't. So that is the right answer. Now, there was no need for guilt. We often make. So now you are saying was, there is. We are like here it's going in your present, and here immediately I'm writing the past. So that is against the rule. That is why is would be coming here. Now it says while taking risks, but all brush them aside and learn. So now while taking risks, but all brush them aside and learn. But we are not talking about all. We are talking about either some or many. That's it. That's it. So that's how you should be going ahead. Alrighty. Clear? And herein you had your reported speech, everybody, wherein in A you had to write why he had submitted. Okay, we were being given the options like this. Just look at the question. Let me go back to the question again. I instructed you to draw the diagram of bacteria. Why did you submit a blank sheet? So what does it say? Why did you submit a blank sheet? Okay, and how am I going to translate this now? It clearly says why he had submitted, okay, a blank sheet, because that was given in what, guys? That was given in your past tense, and your past tense it changes into your past perfect tense. All right, and you know that since y is working as the joining conjunction, immediately after that would come subject, which is he, and then had submitted, which is the past perfect thing. Alrighty, is that clear to everybody? And now the next question is he, the teacher, couldn't see it because it is not visible. So here in everybody, this is the universal truth. So that is why we're not gonna change. Sorry, this is the past perfect tense. That is why we are not going to change it. All right, is that clear to everyone? Yes, and in the C part, we are going to write in the universal fact. So universal fact doesn't change. So that's what your reported speech is all about. I hope that's clear to everybody right there, right? Now in your literature section, so 20 marks are being done. One are like 10 for reading and 10 for your writing and grammar. Now 20 marks for your literature. So you have to answer six questions. Six questions you will have to answer out of A. And this is in 30 to 40 words. All right, 2 marks each for this. Then we have got 2 marks of the following in, sorry, you have to answer two of the following in about 20 words. So it's going to be in 4 marks. Okay, so accordingly, you are going to write the answer. So the question one, what is the significance of Buddha's request for a handful of mustard seeds and the addition of a condition to it? We did this in our special class and the answer is so clear, right? The significance is just to teach Kisa Gautami about the fact that death is inevitable and it's common to all the human beings who are born on this earth, right? Justify how animals by Weltman is a criticism of mankind and its ways. We did that too. I told you that is clearly showing about the bad deeds of the humans, like they are not really so very much lovable towards the animals. I told this to you in the special class. Comment on the tone of the speaker when she says, "Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda?" So what was her tone? That was actually a commanding tone, right? A ballad includes the telling of a tale as well as a surprise ending. Using evidence from the poem, explain how these features are included in the tale of Custer the Dragon. I had done this question too, along with you. Which two issues about himself convinced Lomov of his decision to get married? So now, what were the two issues about himself? We have to talk about his palpitations. We have to talk about his age. He was 35 years old. Briefly state how Matilda invited a dreadful life of necessity into her family. How did she do that? Because she wasn't satisfied, right? With what she need, with what she was being given, and that is why it really happened with her. Nag driver successfully trapped the narrator in his web of words. Very good and important question. We already did that. Alrighty, people. Is that clear to everyone? Right? Now, the two questions. Parents play a crucial role in the upbringing of their children. Critically examine the parents of Boli and Ibrahim, highlighting their impact on their children's life. So you see here in two chapters they are being linked. One is your the making of a scientist, and the second is Bholi. All right, and you have to just talk about the impact on their children's life. So it's gonna be an important question. You have to just give the answer from both the chapter, which is very easy. Okay. And then in the next chapter question, we have Pranchal and Rajvi discusses their next vacation destination. The shortlist Coorg and Goa. Rajvi is keen on Coorg and tries to convince Pranchal. Develop a conversation between the two based on your understanding of glimpses of India. So this is a very smart question. Where in like from the T from Assam, we have taken the two characters and they are being asked to talk about the other two chapters that are there in your very chapter syllabus. So just make sure you're reading the chapters carefully because it's not that difficult. Okay, so this is very, very important, everyone. Alrighty, people. So, guys, all the questions they are not that difficult. I hope that you understand this. That for your short answer questions, the content would be given 1 mark. Value based questions would be there. Expression would be given 1 mark. So, in total, 2 marks would be given accordingly. Organize it effectively, logically, and instead of a careless group of sentences, just make sure the sentences they are formed completely correct. Okay, so give the right answers and you are good to go, guys. Like this is basically talking about the very strategy, the marking scheme that you must be following the correct way. Okay, is that clear, everyone? So these are all the answers. You all can just look at them. I have already done all these answers in my special classes. Okay, so these are very easy. I've told you all you need to organize your answers perfectly in a correct manner, in an effective manner. Use the words carefully and just go ahead in a correct manner. All right, clear, people? So I hope that you guys are understanding all these things in the right manner and you get to know. For example, this question, a dreadful life of necessity. It is talking about Matilda's extreme self-indulgence, dreams of a luxurious life, riches and jewelry, doesn't pay need to the advice of wearing natural flowers, borrows the necklace, loses it, and then she had to do all these things. So use the correct words. Okay, we are already done with the questions, guys. Do not miss any of my special classes. Alrighty, people. Okay, so I hope that you all found the session very useful. I'm gonna share with all of you about the Plus subscription pricing. We have got different monthly plans, everybody. Plans, sorry, not planes. So you all can go ahead with 48 months, 42 months, 36 months, 24 months, 18 months, 15 months, 12 months, 9, 6, or 3. PSH10 is the code, my dear. Make use of this code. It will give you straightforward 10% discount and will make your life really super duper easier. Alrighty. And guys, we started with the 90s batch, doubt clearing batch from math, science, and social science. It got started on 7th of Feb. The mode of delivery is English. And mission term 2 batch for all the subjects we started on 14th Feb. Sorry, we are going to start this right from today. And the mode of delivery here is English. Alrighty, people. And then for the 10th is target term 2 for all the subjects, crash course plus sample paper. Delivery, the mode of delivery is Hindi. It got started from today. Admission term 2 for all subjects, crash course plus sample paper for 10th is. It got started right from today only. All right. And the mode of delivery here would be English. Alrighty. And upcoming batches, CBSE classes 10, we have Maths and Science Warriors batch, sample papers and PYQs. We are going to deal with it and it's going to be started right from today. Big Bang Theory batch on Science crash course. Mode of delivery is going to be English and this. It's going to be started right from 21st of Feb. So make sure you're going to go ahead with this for your good. And now coming to your Bugs Bounty, everybody, it's an opportunity for all the learners to report any inappropriate content in the video and be the first one to report a particular issue to claim your prize. You can report any inappropriate content using the form given in the description. So if you find there's something which is inappropriate and that's not making sense, then you guys can just report that, okay? And definitely you're gonna be claiming the prize for that as well. All right, is that making sense to everyone? Yes, and then get in touch with your counselor, everybody. We have got this amazing thing. All right, like if you're really confused about your preparation, then you can go ahead with this. You can use the helpline number. We have got 8585858585. Okay, and you can just ask about the subscriptions. If you have any latest offers, I mean, if you have any queries related to the latest offers, you can go ahead with that. You're just one call away. Use the code PSH10. Okay, and go ahead with this for your good. And guys, we have got the iconic and plus. Iconic and iconic, you're gonna get personal guidance, one-on-one guidance from top exam experts, test analysis. You all can get one-on-one guidance from top exam experts. Again, study planner would be their customized study plan with bi-weekly review, study material, specialized notes and practice sets. And then experts guidelines would be there. You all can study booster workshops by exam experts. And in plus, you're gonna get live classes, weekly tests, structured courses, and unlimited access. So if you guys are gonna go ahead with the iconic, you're gonna get the plus as well, but if you're going with the plus, you will only get the live classes, weekly tests, structure courses, and unlimited access. Okay, so think about this, discuss about this with your parents. All right. You can go ahead with it and discuss about this with your parents. They will let you, like, you can let them know what you really want for yourself. Okay. Now, we have got different monthly plans for iconic: 48 months, 36 months, 24 months, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, and 3. PSH10 is the code, my dear. Make use of the code. It will give you straightforward 10% discount. All right, and will make your life really easy. Okay, so mega offer we have got: offer for plus subscription CBSE 6 to 12, buy 12 months and more, get free 2 months extension, flat 10% discount on purchasing plus subscription for any duration, valid for first 500 subscription be in that list. Ace your examination 10th or 12th CBSE board, buy 3 months plus, get 1 month free. Okay, valid for first 500 subscriptions only. So thank you everybody. I hope you really enjoyed the session. And Corby, the difference between especially and especially is like, especially is something wherein we use in the formal scenario, whereas your specially is like you can use in your informal scenario. Okay, that is what it means, and there is no major difference between. Alrighty, people, is that clear? I'll go ahead. I'll meet you all in the very next class, guys. Just then, like till then, just take care and make sure that you guys are doing really super duper well. Okay, we are gonna meet tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. And if you're new to the channel, then kindly hit the bell button and do not forget to like and subscribe the channel. And kindly meet me in the special class today, right at 8 o'clock, wherein we are going to do all the important questions, okay, from all the chapters. So I'll catch you all. Take care.